My name is Emily McCarran, and I'm the Academy Principal at the Punahou School in Honolulu, Hawaii. Global education is about connections. It's about making meaningful relationships with people from diverse global realities and creating together, creating meaning, creating products, creating understanding. This is central to what we hope for our students at Punahou School. LINEglobal is an organization that offers an incredible service to schools. Under Rekha's brilliant and visionary leadership, LINEglobal connects educators in the US and India to each other in service of improving student learning for all of our students. If the purpose of education is to create a more peaceful, safe, and productive future, LINEglobal represents a central element in the future of education.
You've decided that you want to do a collaboration, whether it be national, international. There's definitely some things that you need to think about, and I'm assuming at this point you know all of the advantages, because there are many and they are great, but there are a few things you should probably think about before you get started. The first thing I would suggest is to develop a relationship with the teacher and the school that you're working with. This is the key to your success. They're busy, you're busy, you want to be familiar with what they have to do, their expectations, your expectations, and you need to work with them one-on-one and really try to develop a common experience for your students so that they have something to share, which leads to developing a project with this teacher or having a project in mind, coming to the table with a project that you would like to see your students do together. If you create a common experience for every student, this can lead to great conversation, a shared experience, kids getting excited about, well, you did it this way and then we did it this way, and sharing all that data and experience is so powerful for kids. It also leads to further collaborations. It leads to brainstorming of great ideas, of things that you can do with your kids together or separately, how they can come together as a group, how they can help each other, support each other with their ideas and their projects. I would also be patient. Especially, you're going to run into, especially with international collaboration or even a national collaboration, you're going to run into some issues like time differences. Be creative in how you solve these. I work with schools in India, New Zealand, and Australia, and the time differences are brutal. So what we've done is we make videos and send them to each other, short little 20, 45-second videos, and send them and exchange them. We will send specific questions that we want answered, and they will send us questions, and we respond with a short video. If you want to do live, like Skyping and FaceTiming and that kind of exchange, you will probably have to schedule some time either before or after school. Make it really fun if you can. Do a pizza party and then try to get a hold of the school that you're working with. Just be aware, those time differences can be very challenging. Language barriers. Even if you are speaking a common language, there are language barriers. I work with schools, the schools I work with in India, they have phrases and they use English a bit differently than we do. You have to be able to ask questions, and don't be afraid to be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, can you help me? And we also, we use our own jargon in all our school districts. So if you're using a term that is maybe unique to your school district or will be unique to an international partner, make sure you define that term. You will also be navigating cultural differences. Even if it's like this culture of your school, the culture of the kids that you're working with, these are all significant issues. I find that sometimes, like the culture in my school is that email, you have 24 hours to respond. In some of the schools I work with, this is not the case. So if you're expecting a reply right away, make that really explicit. Hey, I need a response maybe in the next 24 to 48 hours. I know you're busy. Thank you so much for your time. Be polite, but ask. Be very clear about what you need and what you want, especially from a partner school and a partner teacher. It will go a long way to developing that relationship that you want to develop with that teacher. And finally, have fun. This is something that you want to be fun for your kids and enriching, but you also want it to be fun for you and your teacher and everybody involved.
Our work at LINEglobal is driven by our mission to learn together, with respect, with an open mind, with an open heart, to embrace India with humility. We believe it's imperative to connect in person, to get to know and understand our work at deeper levels together, not just professionally, but really learn personal stories. It's what I half-jokingly call our arranged marriage model. Technology is the tool we use, whether it's Skype or WhatsApp, video, different forms for different projects, to continue to build community. It's a tool we use to continue excellent professional development for our teachers and to enrich learning for our students.
A woman and a boy, and how do you think a child walks, and so then trying to think about how you kind of embody that, and then maybe that's writing that they share back and forth, because like I was saying to Dwight while we were trying to get this, like coming of age in our context is like so much linked to like bar and bat mitzvahs, like whatever that means. And so like I think sharing that and learning that from one another could be really interesting to see like exactly what you're saying. And hey, if everyone leaves knowing that they have a gender and that they experience the world through their gender, that would be pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that would be huge.
I mean, in this video, we will be showing you how to help your child get ready to read a story and then help them with words that they are unsure of. To begin reading a story with a child, ask them what they see on the cover of a book. What do you see on this cover?
I see an animal with spots on it.
And what do you know? This book is called Spots. Let's go on a picture walk of the book Spots. Open up the book and ask the child to name what they see in the picture. What do you see in this picture?
I see an animal with spots on it, just like on the cover.
What type of animal do you see?
Is it a dog?
It might be a dog. Let's keep going on our picture walk. What do you see in this picture?
I see a boy who spilled ice cream on his shirt.
On his shirt. Interesting. Let's go to the next page. What do you see on this picture?
There's spots on the frog.
On the frog. I'm wondering if that word frog might be on this page.
Frog. Frog.
I like how you were thinking about the beginning sound of the word frog and found the letter F that matches that sound. This is the word frog. What do you...
Spots on the dog.
Nice work. I noticed that you were looking at the picture to help you figure out what this word could be. The picture is a dog, and dog begins with this letter D also. Let's keep reading.
Hello, my name is Emily Shore-Lesnick, and I am a LINEglobal Fellow. I feel so humbled and inspired to be able to work with so many amazing educators in the US and in India. What I teach in the US is theater, and I'm excited about using dramatic activities to connect to other learning in various disciplines. So I'm going to share a short storytelling exercise that has some physicality that can be used for people that are learning English. It can be used for people that are interested in beginning storytelling, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy the story of Mr. Wiggle and Mr. Waggle. One day, Mr. Wiggle decided to visit Mr. Waggle. He opened the door, pop, and he went outside, pop, and he closed the door, pop. And he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill. He got to his friend's house and he knocked on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Nobody home. So he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill. He got to his house and he opened the door, pop, and he went inside, pop, and he closed the door, pop, and he took a nap. The next day, Mr. Waggle decided to visit Mr. Wiggle. He opened the door, pop, and he went outside, pop, and he closed the door, pop. and he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill. He got to his friend's house and he knocked on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Nobody home. So he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill. He got to his house and he opened the door. Pop! And he went inside. Pop! And he closed the door. Pop! And he took a nap. The next day, Mr. Wiggle and Mr. Waggle both decided to visit each other. They opened their doors. Pop! And they went outside. Pop! And they closed their doors. Pop! And they went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill, and they met each other at the top of the hill. They had a conversation. What do you think they might have said? They said goodbye. And they went down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. They got to their houses. They opened their doors, pop, and they went inside, pop, and they closed the doors, pop, and they both took a nap. And that was the story of Mr. Wiggle and Mr. Waggle.